morning, class.
Good morning, sir. Your lesson.
Cassandra, can you please lead us?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Once again, good morning. So before you take your seat, kindly arrange your chair and then pick up some trash if there are any. Okay, then I'll take your seat. So, are there any absent this morning, class?
Yes.
May I know what happened to me? Ashes is better. Okay, good. So how are you all doing today?
We're fine. How about you?
So I'm fine. And I'm glad to hear that we're all doing fine. So last meeting we're already done tackling our previous discussion, which is all about the solution. And now we are going to proceed to another exciting lesson in which you are going to learn more about yourself. But before that, we are going to adhere into our rules in which it will secure the smooth flow of our discussion. So I call this the science rules. But everybody kindly read.
Speak one at a time without interrupting others. Consider different viewpoints and perspectives. Initiate discussions by asking questions and sharing ideas. Encourage active listening and participation from everyone. No negative comments or disrespectful behavior tolerated. Cooperate with classmates to maintain a respectful discussion environment. Engage in discussions with enthusiasm and open-mindedness.
Alright, can I expect that from all of you class?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So just what I have said, we already done talking about solution. And now the class, your learnings about our previous topic. So we will have an activity or the review activity that I have prepared. So the name of our activity is Pop Up the Balloon Idol. Okay? So pop up the balloon idol. So here's the mechanics. So under the random chairs, I have a star. So who among you have those stars will be our lucky winners. So those three will come here in front, and then they have the freedom to choose any of our balloons. Okay. Inside the balloons are questions that are based on our previous discussion about the solution. So am I clear, class?
Yes.
Are my instructions clear?
Yes.
Okay, so are you now ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, so check your chair. Sige. I want you all to pick it up and then please come here in front. Our lucky leaders. Can I know who are our lucky leaders? We have number one, Christian. Number two, we have Manny. Okay, Manny. And then last one, we have that. Alright, so please come here in front. So we will start with Christian. Okay, Christian. So you are the first lucky winners. I want you to choose any balloon you want to pop. Sige, pop up the balloon, idol. Go! Kindly read um, in front of face your classmates.
What are the importance of solutions in daily life and can you provide examples of solutions found in your home?
Okay, so what are the importance of solutions in daily life? And can you provide examples of solutions found in your home? Please face your classmates in your eyes. Sige, any idea? So be mindful how you already knew the most about first man standing and the last man standing. Yes. Good. Quiet. Please face your classmates. The importance of solutions.
The importance of solutions in daily life can help you. It helps us. It helps us make
It helps us make
all things easier.
help us things to make I help us to make things easier. So in which specific field or in which specific task do you consider solution is a great benefit to us? So it can help us to make it easier. First understanding. Oh yes, I saw Orlando. Quiet, quiet. Can you help Christian?
The important solution in daily life is is if you, for example, if you cook something, it can help dissolve powdered juices, powdered 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 things to make to make your dish delicious.
Alright, so solutions can be used in cooking as an ingredient. Diba, for example, is salt. Diba, it is very helpful sa para mas mulami ang kaon. Yes, thank you so much. Aside from that, though, it can be applied to the other fields, including the medicine or medical field, agriculture, and so on. So please take your seat. And then, for number two, we have step. Please choose a balloon you want to pop. Here is the pin. Okay. Pop up the balloon, idol. Go! Okay, so here is your question. Please read to us the question before the answer.
What are the characteristics of this solution?
Okay, so what are the characteristics or the properties of a solution? Yeah, enumerate. The first one, uniform form. It is homo. The second one, cannot be separated by filtration. And then, next, it is evenly distributed or the particles are evenly distributed. Next, clear and transparent. Next, and then, last one is, what are its phases? Or the state of matter. Ano siya? Can be? Yes, it can be solid and liquid. And then, of course, thank you so much, Mr. Kitty. for the last one, our grand winner, Manny. Since wala naman siya dahil pilihan, so, please pop up the balloon idol. Okay. Alright, so, here is your question. It's very easy. Again, this is the
What is solute and solvent? A solute, the solute in solution is the solute is the one who will dissolve, and the solvent is the one who will dissolve the solute.
Alright, thank you so much. So, the two parts of solution, we have the solute and the solvent, in which the solute is the one that is being dissolved and is present in smaller amount, while the solvent is the one that dissolves the solute and is present in larger amount. So, congratulations, sir. You already have, I can say that you already learned a lot from our previous season. And thus, you are ready to take into our next lesson. But before that, we will have an activity. So it is called the Newton's Quest. So I will be providing you the materials. So everybody read.
The class will be divided into two groups, and it will be based on the color of the name tag.
Kindly check your name tag. So we have two groups, the yellow and the pink group. Okay, next. Everybody read.
Each group shall be given a Lego set, and within the allotted time of 5 minutes, each group must have created something.
Okay, next. Everybody read.
The group has the freedom to choose any figure, house, vehicle, animal, and etc. After 5 minutes, each group shall select a presenter that will present their work.
Okay, are the instructions clear, class?
Yes.
Again, you'll be given 5 minutes to create something from this Lego set. And then, after the time, you are going to select a leader that will go to represent your work. Okay? So, this will be the group pink, and then this one will be the group of yellow. Go! Move! Your Lego. Can I start now? Okay. Once the timer starts, that's the moment you can start your work, okay? Okay, your timer starts now. Hindi ko lang pwede yung tingnan, hindi kayo magtanaw-tanaw lang, hindi ko na. Right. So, you need to be resourceful, no? You need to utilize what is only provided. Okay? Be resourceful. Again, be resourceful. So, just utilize with what you have. Balikan dan kenapa dapat? Don't make too much noise. You're silent. Oh, you only have 2 minutes. Remember how to select your presentation. Oh, very creative. And we're down to the last. Okay, I need to select the leaders. I mean, presenter. Last 30 seconds. Dapat ako lang time na yan. Last time naman tayo sa bangko. Five, four, three, two, one. Alright, please go back to your Alright, so let's have group one to present their work. For the group of pink. Yeah, let's have the group of pink. Please come here everyone and present to us what you have. Yeah, dami na kasi check. Sige. Be quiet now when someone is reporting, so you need to be quiet and listen. Okay.
We chose to build this with our blog because this reminds us of our childhood favorites, and also this we are we are block of materials. That's why we chose to build this because this is all that we have. This is a tree. This is
Oh, so this one is a tree. So tree is a puno. Then,
this one is this is also it's our this is like
okay, thank you so you so much. Bigyan naman natin sila ng limang palakpak. Okay, now let's proceed to group yellow. Here who is our presenter? Please come here in front. Pastor, we don't have much time. Again, when someone is coming in front, please listen attentively, okay? It's part of our science rules. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good morning, I'm the class. We use we use this even though we lack materials, we use we choose to build a Ferris wheel and a boat. So this is the Ferris wheel. We have a ladder and so this is pag ay wala may materials. Ang Ferris wheel ako muna siya. Mali ko kayo sa kaita. Naman di boat. More the platform. Hindi mo nilang boat. Then ang Ferris wheel ko yung nakalakan siya. So ulit ko na kayo yung Ferris wheel. Kaso wala siya ligid.
The rest of the included? Yes, ano, so, wala siya Ferris wheel, pero nailigid. So, Ferris wheel, ibang twist. And then this one is, that we get. Okay, thank you so much. Group of yellow. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, thank you so much. And now, I want you all to move back to your seat. Diba? Still, don't forget pink and then the yellow bag. You need to sit properly, okay? So at this point, I am going to ask. Okay? Take your seat. Guys, listen. So at this point, though, I will going to ask each group a question. So you already knew the drill. So the first to answer is the group big, and then you heard the second to answer. So first one is for this group. Let's go, Sandy. Yes. Si Ma'am, please take your seat. So here's the question. Okay, everybody, please listen. Consider the Lego figure you created as a representation of human body. In this analogy, what specific functions or roles do you believe each piece of Lego represents to the body piece? So, anyhow, ang inyong what the Lego is human body. So each, di ba kanina have each blocks, kung saan man ang represent ng mga blocks? Sige. Do you want to call a friend? Sige, call a friend muna tayo. Tayo muna yung mga grupo. Yes? Okay, Manny, let's have Manny. Sige, Manny, please stand up. So si Bernard, sinangay tapang sa imo ka. So, again, consider the Lego figure you created as a representation of the human body. In this analogy, what specific function or roles do you believe each piece of Lego represents in the body and why? Sige, go. Sige. Group 1. Please come here in front and then you face your face. Sige, step. Sige. Please come here in front.
For me, the Lego, for us, the Lego represents as a whole in our body because without the help of one another, it won't be, we can form something if without we Lego represents us both in our body because one piece of block needs something to in order for it to be to form something new.
Okay, so according to group 1 or the group of 3, so the Lego or the Lego blocks represents the bones in our body. Okay, very good. Sorry for that inconvenience. So yeah, as what the group would have said, each piece of Lego represents the bone because each bone is very important. And same with the Lego, pag meron wala isa, wala yung mag-form nga structure. Okay? So for the group of yellow, first man standing. Oh, yes, Mario. So, sige, Christian ang pansin ng Christian. Sige, Elijah, naman na si Christian. Please come here in front. Sige, here's your question. If each Lego piece symbolizes different part of the body, as what I must the other group have said, but it's the both, how might absence of one crucial piece impact the overall function and the health of the system?
Affect the whole body because ay one part na wala sa akin, hindi ko na ako, magbuwak na lang ako ng buwan. Pero sa pina, ang buwan mo yung mga support ng body. So, mawala ang isang part sa body, mawala ka na. It can affect our mental health, our physical health, pati ang atong, mapekto na ang atong ganyan, mawala mo ba ng isang part sa akin lang. Kahit yung brain, pag wala tayong brain, hindi tayo makawalan ng taro, wala tayong hindi tayo maka-answer sa mga questions na nasa body. Dapat kailangan din na nanan part sa ating body, dapat natin na wala ng walang pilis.
Okay, thank you so much, Group Carlo. So each part of the body is very important because ang lahat ng bagay ay magkaugnay. Meaning, pag naay mawalang isa, affected ang whole system. Okay. So now, based on the answers of your classmates, what do you think is our topic? Classmate standing! Woo! Yes. Lori May. Yes, take your seat. So, Lori May, based on the answers of your classmates, what do you think will be our topic? Alright, it could be human body. But what made up the human body as what the group would have said, diba? So it is made up of bones. So ito naman ang lain nag-make up sa body? Yes, Orlando. Organs, but what made up organs? Yes?
Cells.
Okay. So organs are made up of tissues. And tissues are made up of cells. And it is the basic unit of life. And it is our topic this morning. So our topic is about the cells, particularly comparing plants and animal cells. Okay, thank you so much. So now that we know our topic, before we dig deeper to our discussion, let us first familiarize ourselves with our lesson objective. Everybody read.
At the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to differentiate plants and animal cells, develop an appreciation for the complexity and beauty of cells as the fundamental building blocks of life, and construct a three-dimensional model of a cell using clay and recyclable materials.
Okay, so now that we are already aware of our lesson objectives, so I want you also to be acquainted with these words or terminologies that we will going to encounter along our discussion. So we have first organelles. So everybody read.
Specialized structures within a cell that perform specific functions.
Second,
Prokaryotes.
prokaryotes. Again,
Prokaryotes.
Unicellular
Organelles without a nucleus or membrane-bound organelles.
everybody read. Okay, next.
Eukaryotes. Organisms with cells that have a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles.
ABP.
Adenosine triphosphatase is the main energy carrier in cells. Cell membrane. The lipid barrier that surrounds and protects the cell, regulating substance movement. Cytoplasm. The jelly-like substance inside a cell that surrounds and holds the cell's organelles, including the nucleus. Nucleus. The control center of the cell that contains the genetic materials, DNA, and regulates cell activities. Mitochondria produce energy for the cell. Ribosomes makes proteins. Endoplasmic reticulum process and transport proteins from ignore and makes lipids. Smooth ER. Cooling apparatus. Modify, stores, and packages proteins and liquids. Lysosomes breaks down waste and cellular debris.
Vacuums. Again, vacuums.
Stores nutrients, waste, or water. Chloroplasts. Plants carries out photosynthesis to make food. Cell membrane controls what enters and leaves the cell. Cytoplasm, gel-like substance where organelles are suspended. Cytoskeleton provides structure and shape to the cell.
Right. So thank you so much for that one. So at this point, I am going to present to you a video. Okay? So you need to listen carefully and attentively because at the end of the video, I am going to throw questions. Am I clear, class?
Yes.
Okay. So arrange your chairs first. And then you have your topic.
Back to proper seats.
But if the outer covering up, in our last video, we learned that the living are highly organized and structured. We talked about the different levels of biological organization. If you haven't still watched our video about the different levels of biological organization, you may pause this video to watch it. The link is posted on the description box. In this video, we're going to study in detail the simplest level on the levels of biological organization, which is the cell. We are going to learn its different parts and their functions. Are you ready to learn? Let's go! Amazing! Kumusta ka? Dito si Sir Bash ng Sir Bash TV. Ako ang makakasama ko sa pagtukas ng mga kaalaman tungkol sa agham o science. Aalamin natin ang mga iba't ibang konsepto na may kinalaman sa matter, living center environment, force, motion of energy, at current space. Handa ka na bang maging agramazing? Kung oo, tuloy lang yung bote ng kape at sama-sama tayong maging agramazing. By the way, kung hindi ka pa naman mag-subscribe sa aking channel, i-click lang ang subscribe button at notification bell para maging updated ka sa mga susunod na uploads. I-like and share na rin ang video nito. All living things on Earth, big or small, are made up of cells. Cells are the smallest living part of an organism. It is the basic unit of life that can perform all activities associated with life, like growth, reproduction, excretion, and nutrition. Every living thing is made up of one or more cells. If a living thing is made up of one cell, they are called unicellular. Examples of unicellular organisms are bacteria, amoeba, and paramecium. On the other hand, if they are made up of more than one cells, they are called multicellular. Examples are humans, plants, and animals. Cells are too small to be seen by the naked eye. But thanks to the invention of a microscope, scientists were now able to study it in detail. The first person to describe cells using a microscope was Robert Koch. When he examined a very thin slice of cork, he noticed structures that looked like small, empty rooms. It reminded him of small rooms found in a monastery. Thus, he named these structures cells, wherein cell is from the word cellulae, which means small rooms. Let us now explore the different parts of a cell. The two types of cells that you are going to encounter in this video are animal and plant cells. Whether animal or plant cells and even other organisms like bacteria share three basic parts. These are cell membrane, nucleus, and the cytoplasm. Cell membrane is also known as plasma membrane. It is the outer covering of the cell which covers the surface of the cell. It is like a security guard that controls the kind of substance that enters and exits the cells. It also protects the cell from the outside environment. Without the plasma membrane, any substance can go in and out the cell. The cell may be affected by the exit of needed substances or entrance of unneeded or poisonous substances that may lead to the death of the cell. The next part is the nucleus. The nucleus is the most visible part of the cell. It appears circular or oval in shape. It contains the deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA, which is the hereditary material that carries genetic material in all living things. It is called as the brain of the cell because it controls all the activities occurring inside the cell. The cytoplasm is the jelly-like substance that can be found inside the cell. It contains the organelles of the cells that are outside of the nucleus. Organelles are specialized part of the cell. They are like little organs of the cell. Each organelle carries out a specific function inside the cell. Let us now explore the different organelles that can be found in the cell as well their function. First, we have mitochondrion or mitochondria in its plural form. The mitochondrion acts as the powerhouse of the cell since it releases the energy needed for cell activities. They supply energy by undergoing cellular respiration. Cellular respiration is a process that produces adenosine triphosphate or ATP, which is the energy currency of the cell. Next, we have ribosomes. Ribosomes are the protein factories of the cells. They are the tiny dots that can be seen in the cell. They carry out the instructions coming from the nucleus to synthesize proteins. Next, we have nucleolus. Nucleolus is the prominent round structure in the nucleus. It is where ribosomes are produced. Endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum: the smooth endoplasmic reticulum and the rough endoplasmic reticulum. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is called the rough endoplasmic reticulum because it appears rough because of the presence of ribosomes. The rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the production of various proteins in the cell, antibodies, insulin, as well as transportation of proteins into the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. On the other hand, the smooth endoplasmic reticulum appears to be smooth because its surface does not contain ribosomes. It is involved in the synthesis of lipids and carbohydrates that are used to build the cell membrane. Next, we have Golgi bodies or apparatus. The proteins manufactured in the endoplasmic reticulum is transported to the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is called the middleman of the cell because it is responsible for transporting, modifying, and packaging proteins and lipids into vesicles for delivery to targeted destination in the cells where they are needed. The next organelle are vacuoles. Vacuoles are coined as the storage rooms of the cell. Vacuoles are membrane-bound structure which main function is for storage such as food, water, and even waste. Lysosomes. Lysosomes are known as the suicide banks of the cell. Lysosomes act as the waste disposal system of the cell by digesting or breaking down the trash or unneeded materials in the cytoplasm. Next are centrioles. Centrioles are cylindrical structures which play an important role in cell division. These structures can only be found on animal cells. Cell division is important in animal cells because it enables the organisms to produce new cells needed for the production of new organisms, growth, and maintenance. The next structures are parts that can only be found in plant cells. First is chloroplast. Chloroplasts contain the pigment chlorophyll that captures energy from sunlight for photosynthesis. Therefore, the chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. It is the process through which plants produce their own food. Animal cells has no chloroplast. Thus, animals cannot make their own food. The second is cell wall. Cell wall is the outer covering positioned next to the cell membrane in most plant cells, fungi, bacteria, algae, and some archaea. Plants have cell walls made of cellulose that protect, support, and give them shape. And those are the different parts of a cell and their functions. In summary, the cell is the basic unit of life. It is made of different organelles that function together to perform a specific function. In our next video, we are going to learn the difference between a plant and animal cell. Let us have another look on the different parts of a cell, specifically plants and animals.
Alright, so that's the first one.
This is a diagram. Are you ready to learn? Let's first add the base. Although all living things rely on each other, most cells have everything they need to carry out the basic life
So the first
functions.
video is about
Although all
the
living things are made up of cells,
division of cell.
all
This
cells
one
are
is
not the same.
the
Cells
difference
with
of
different
plant
shapes and
and
sizes
animal
have
cell.
different
This is it.
roles. Shapes and sizes are related to the functions of the cell. The basic differences between most plant and animals are their shape, size, and the absence and presence of an organelle. But before we discuss their differences, let us first talk about their similarities. Both plant cells and animal cells are eukaryotic. This means that plants and animals are multicellular, and they possess a full nucleus, a membrane-bound nucleus. The basic structures of eukaryotic cells are cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. Both plant cell and animal cell contain the following organelles: mitochondrion, ribosome, Golgi bodies, nucleolus, vacuole, lysosome, and endoplasmic reticulum. Let us now talk about their differences, starting with their shapes. Observe the pictures of animal and plant cells. What do you think is the difference between them? Correct. Animal cells come in various shapes and tend to have round or irregular shapes. On the other hand, plant cells are more similar in size and are typically rectangular or cube shaped. When it comes to size, animal cells are generally smaller than plant cells. Animal cells range from 10 to 30 micrometers in length, while plant cells range from 10 to 100 micrometers in length. Take note, the size of plant and animal cells shown in the picture is just for representation. They are not their actual sizes. Let us now compare and contrast the plant and animal cells in terms of their organelles. Observe the pictures of animal and plant cells. What do you think is the difference between them? Let us start with the vacuole. Both plant and animal cells have vacuole. However, animal cells may have many small vacuoles and they are called vesicles. Meanwhile, plant cells have a large central vacuole that can occupy up to 90% of the cell's volume. Next is lysosome. Animal cells possess lysosomes which contain enzymes that digest cellular macromolecules. On the other hand, plant cells rarely contain lysosomes as the plant vacuole handles molecule degradation or the breaking down of molecules. Succeeding organelle is the cell wall. Animal cells do not have a cell wall but have a cell membrane. Plant cells have a cell wall composed of a cellulose as well as a cell membrane. A cell wall gives the plant cell a shape, support, and protection. Furthermore, this gives the plant cell its box-like shape. This also allows the plant to remain strong and stand upright even if it grows to great heights. Next, we have the chloroplast. Animal cells do not have chloroplast. Meanwhile, plant cells contain chloroplast, which are needed for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process wherein plants make their own food. This is the reason why animals eat plants. They do not have chloroplast. Thus, they cannot make their own food and depends on plants to obtain energy. Next is centriole. Animal cells have centrioles, while plant cells do not. Centriole plays an important role in cell division. Cell division is important in animal cells because it enables the organisms to produce new cells needed for the production of new organisms, growth, and maintenance. And that is the difference between animal and plant cells. In summary, plant cell and animal cells are both eukaryotes. This means that they have a true nucleus. They are different in some aspects because they perform different functions. Let us organize the similarities and differences of animal and plant cells using a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram shows relationship between and among set or groups of objects that have something in common. It uses two circles.
Alright, so, did you enjoy the video class?
Yes.
Na-enjoy ba?
Yes.
Ako nangaliyahan. Sige, stretch ka dali. So, I believe naman ha, take down with mo of mga notes. So, to make sure na nag-inaw with mo, so, let's masaling! Yes, Angel. Can you give me, say, take this. Can you give me, based on your notes, can you give me organelles and kindly give a short description of function? Stand up, please stand up. Based on your notes. Yeah. Again, you have to give, as far as we know na take note ng organelle and their function. Even short lang. Basta na rin sa main. Quiet. Okay, yeah. Cell membrane. It's the security of the cell because it controls what enters and what exits in the cell. The second one, yes, Angel. Yes, and you give one. Okay, it is the control center of the cell or the brain of the cell. Next, we have Edward. Yes, Edward. Give one organelle. Okay, Elijah, would you like to add some? Ay, sorry. Christian rather. Yes, the cytoplasm is for? Okay, it's the jelly substance which holds the cell, excluding ang mga parts na nasa sa nucleus. Another one. Lagyan ka sa parts sa likod bit. Nagsulat pag hindi sila. Sige, let's have you. Yes, what's your name, Manga? Christian. Sige, what's... sige, pag-asang isa. Organelles. Sige, what is the right function of ribosomes? Okay, so the ribosome plays important role in the central dogma. So, it is the factory of proteins, meaning it synthesizes proteins which is needed by our body. So we have also the Golgi apparatus, in which it modifies, transport proteins. We have also the endoplasmic reticulum subdivided into the rough endoplasmic and the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, in which the rough is for the synthesis of since naman siya ribosomes, di ba? Ba't tawag siya og graph? Because it is studded with ribosomes, di ba? Katong mura siya og hinaing dots. So mo to siya si rough ER. So katong mga dots, that is the ribosomes. And then ang katong small is mga siya mga dots. So ang iyang kinakuha nito is ang mga lipids and carbohydrates. Okay? So again, sa rough is the proteins, and then sa smooth is the lipids and carbohydrates. Okay, so next question. Okay. First assembly. Oh yes, Ron, I saw you. So, what are the three distinguishable features of if we are going to differentiate plants and animal cells? Ito na itong basihan. The first one we have
Size,
size. Very good. Next,
shape,
shape. Very good. And
affiliate,
yes, shape, size, and yes. Sige, and more. Organelles or the presence and absence of organelles in that specific type of cell. Okay, so we have to go to our next activity. So i-introduce na ni Sir na sa video ato activity. Actually, this will be your next activity. So it is entitled Happen. Activity number 2, create me with a diagram. So what you're going to do is that you're going to create a diagram on the similarities and differences of the plants and animal cells. So here is your mechanics. So work in groups, so collaborate with your group, same group, the yellow and the pink group, to fill out a graphic organizing based on what you remember about plant and animal cells. Then the material, so I will going to provide you a manila paper and marker, okay? And then, the time limit, we will have 5 minutes to complete the activity. And then, presentation, you also have 3 minutes, a total of 8 minutes for this activity. 5 minutes for the crafting of your diagram. So you can use that diagram because it's more efficient. And then, 3 minutes for your presentation. Am I clear, class? Do you have any questions so far? Are we all clear?
Yes.
Okay, go back to your room now. No, it's silent class.
Hi, sir.
So, group yellow, here is your manila paper. And then, group pink. Sige, your timer starts. Do your more silent class. Then diagram of the difference of plants and animals. Okay, go. Do your silent class. And then, while your teammates are doing their while the future prepare na present for, especially the present for, prepare na ba? Like, definition na mga terminologies. We try to learn us. Just, so just change. Great, and then diagram. Wow. Basta makita ang time is the time is leaving, oh. 3 minutes na lang. Two minutes more. Faster. Almost out of time. You're not sure. Oh, we're done. 1 40 seconds. Countdown.
It's not very good because you are measuring
Okay, let's extend 2 minutes. Para short version na. Para exact 10 minutes siya. Okay, 2 minutes more. others.
Similarities of plant cell and animal cell. Summary. The difference of plant and animal cell is primarily example of the difference of
Nine,
animal cell.
eight, seven, two, one. Time is up! Sige,
Ron, yan ang sabi ko ron. Kasi kayo ba kayo din?
so as what I have said, no? Give chance to others. And start when you start as a pink group, so this time we are going to begin with the yellow group, okay? Yellow group, first your word. Please present. Sige. Isa ba, si Ron? Sige, Ron. Quiet. When someone is talking again front, be quiet.
Our groups finding of the similarities between plant cells and animal cells considered for the similarities, plant and animal cells are both are true nucleus. Both are true nucleus. Both are like both have and for their differences, uh, plant cells and animal cells for the other cell wall, they're different because for the animal there is only they're only the membrane and in the plant cell there are about two layers of wall. For their size, animal cell is smaller, while the plant cell is bigger. Only how
Okay? So, thank you so much. Bigyan natin ng isang baksak. Okay, so let's check your answer later. So, erase na natin po lang ang So, ulit ako ulit. Who will be your presenter? Arnold. Sige, start. Morning. Thank you so much, group number 1. Bigyan natin ng ibang bagsak. And 1, 2, 4. Okay, let's check if your answer is correct. So again, what are the three bases if we're going to differentiate plants and animal cells? We have the size, the shape, and then organ that was present or absent in that specific cell. So let us check some of the group 2. So plants, for similarities, plants and animal cells are both eukaryotes or has two nucleus. So check. So both are lysosomes. Both have lysosomes, yes, could be. And both have vacuoles. But what is the difference between the animal's vacuoles and the plant's vacuoles? But sa plant is much bigger. And then sa animals is smaller. And then ang lysosomes po sa animals is normal siya common, but in sa plants siya, it's very rare lang. Okay? So, for the difference, plants, cell membrane and cell wall, yes? Okay, cell membrane, but has no cell wall, correct? Plant cell is bigger than animal cell. Animal cell is smaller. Is it correct? Correct. So, only one vacuole, but bigger, and have a lot of vacuole. Is it correct also? It's correct. Okay. For this one, okay, let's first prepare similarities. So they have vacuoles, they have lysosomes, they are eukaryotes, and then they have the cell membrane and nucleus. Of course, kanikuno, di kita sila pwede ang madam class, cytoplasm, sige go lang. Okay, kaning duha, together with the cytoplasm is, di siya pwede mawala sa duha ka cells. Ang plant and animal cells because it is their basic part. Okay? Sige. So, for the differences, okay, let's check this one first. Correct? Correct? Okay. For the plants, chloroplasts, of course, only plants have chloroplasts because we are the only one na photosynthesis. Of course, okay, correct? Has cell wall and cell membrane. Okay, let's go back. So, has cell wall and cell membrane, correct? So, very good na lang yung specified ang size. So, we have 10 to 100 micrometer in size sa land cell, correct? And cube and square-like in shape. Okay, this is correct also. For this one, correct, ang size sa plant and animal cells rather. Irregular and round in shape. Has centrioles. Okay, very good. Only plant cells has centrioles. Has no cell wall. Or I said wall. And then, since you siya mag-perform mo photosynthesis. Okay, thank you so much. So, give claps to yourselves. Okay, no? So, indeed, cells plays an important role in our body. So, even the smaller organisms, bacteria, can survive without a cell. Because cells perform important functions, such as keeping us alive, growth, and reproduction. So, kung wala si cell, wala yung way mag-reproduce. So, sa una pa lang, extinct ng mga organisms. So, cell is very important. And speaking of importance, so we will now proceed to our next activity. Okay. So our next activity is express me in different ways. Okay? Express in different ways. So it will be a differentiated activity. So here is the mechanics. So when you're assigned group, so same group you have one, express your appreciation of the significance of cells as the fundamental unit of life. So you have the freedom to choose any creative format for your activity. So pwede mo mag-sulat ng poem, essay, within your report, You can make dance or any other artistic expression which you prefer. Again ha? So, dapat na-express ninyo ang importance ni said. So, it could be in any the form. Kung ito ulit anak, no? Kaya wala na mention. Basta artistic siya. Kung approach, okay? So, time limit. You will be given 10 minutes to work on your activity. After which of the group will present their work? The presenting group will be scored by the other group and vice versa. So, I will be the one to record or to give scores on you. But the other group, same sa inyong ginabuhat usually. So, you will be guided with these rubrics. Okay? So, for now, please do proceed. Dalawa sa mga grupo, no? Sabi ko, isa diba sa inyong mga, hindi isang sa inyong mga grupo. Sige. Do it silently, faster. And then, start brainstorming kung sa inyong mga baso niya. Activity in which you will express the importance, your appreciation on the importance of set goal. Do your work silently, ha? So, in doing your work, you need to consider this board. Now, we have the creativity, the content, the collaboration, and then the presentation. So, naa ang collaboration. So, you need to collaborate with your members. Sige, go. I want to see how you collaborate. Sige, try mo na dito. You can brainstorm. Minsan tayo ba? So your words are the more.
Having cells is like a dream. Virtual cells in real life. Cells
Two minutes more. Finalize your work. Of course, collaboration. Agree. Group, yellow group, are you ready na? We're down to our last 50 seconds. Go good. Okay. Group yellow, kindly prepare. So, after yung mga bagudaan yung work.
One, two, three, four. In our lives, cells are not a count. Our body are not to count. Having cells are important in life, and it can build our body so bright. Having cells is like a dream. God chose us to be alive. Cells will look like a cream. Cells are meant to be right. Thank you so much, oh cells so colorful. If you were not here, we wouldn't be here. You come in different sizes and shapes. Even if you're small, your help is big. Thank you, cells.
Thank you so much. Alright, okay naman natin ng isang malakas sa Peace Club organize ang group hello. So, ganito siya, oh. Okay, kumanta. 1, 2, 3, go. Peace! Okay. Now, let's go to the group. Now, ganito see your words. Okay. How would you relate how you're doing those appreciation to the Okay, go.
We make this poster about like Pakistan. We appreciate Pakistan because of its color, because of its shape. Even in small things, it does have shape and different shape, different size, different colors.
Okay, so they appreciate the cells because of their various sizes and colors. Okay, thank you so much. Bigyan natin sila na isang malakas na Indonesia club. Okay, kamulo naman na. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, very good, very good. 1, 2, 3, thank you very much. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, very good, very good. Okay, thank you so much. So now for our nationality first standing. Boys, please come here in front. Express. You have to choose one of these organelles. Do you think is the most important and why you need to appreciate them? So, pwede isa lang ka organelle sa mga organelles. Sige ko. So, prepare po diri ang grupo sa yellow. So, for you, mamili mo sa organelles which you think is most important and why you need to appreciate them. Okay, dito, they're all important. Pero isa yung pinaka na-appreciate yung organelle. Sige, let's start with Edward. Sige, Edward. Or any from the big group. O sige lang yun. It's a mo why na-appreciate the most. Why? Let us know please why. Alright, thank you so much. So, she appreciates nucleus because it is the brain of the cell, meaning it controls the actions or the performance of the cells. Okay, for yellow group, first one standing. Oh, Elijah. Consistent. Sige, Elijah. Please come here with us. Sige.
The most organ that we should use is the cell membrane. This it acts as a security guard of our body and controls the kind of substance that comes in and exit our body. So it acts as a protective us. It's like a protective shield for our body.
Okay, thank you so much. So, Elijah appreciates the cell membrane because what? It controls what to enter and what to exit. So, meaning siya nag-regulate kung kinsa yung hindi pa doon. So, meaning kung that's a example. So, cell membrane diyan na pasudun na substance. Okay, thank you so much. And for the last one standing. Elijah, wala tayo. Wala mo si Elijah. Sige, itself. Okay, go back. Sit down again. Where's my Sunday? Oh, here na. Still, sige, kami na ni Ron. So, next one. Sige, appreciate. Kailangan guys, mga specific organ pero as the cell as a whole. How would you appreciate? Do you appreciate the cell?
Yes.
Why?
Because they keep our body complete, and it can also help us stay move other things that we do in a daily life.
Okay, thank you so much. So, it's very important because it performs many important functions that sustain daily life. Okay? So now let's move down to our last activity, which is model the cell. So we're down to our last activity. So I have here a clay and some materials. So for the group one, so this is the mechanics. Okay? So same group. For the group one or the pink group, you're going to create a model of the plant cell. And then yellow group, you're going to create a model of the animal cells. Okay. So I will be providing you with materials and then 7 minutes. Okay? 7 minutes to prepare and then 3 minutes to present. So here's your material. So pagkuha lang mo dila sa other mga things and then here's your material. So timer starts now. May I have the yung slide sa presentation din na. And then the other one is ilan yung yata sa yellow? 17. 17. Ano yun?
Jade. Ulo sa atin.
Group? Oh, you can use so exactly down to 3 minutes muna natin yun. And 7 minutes ang preparation. 7 minutes of preparation. Do your work faster. Read instruction paper. Oh, 5 minutes na lang. Dapat naman, preparate niyo ang mga ginagawa mga recyclable materials. Prepare your how we are going now 4 minutes.
Wala ka pa na. Sorry.
Kamay lang. After na tayo finish or not finish,
Oh, 1:45.
Last 1 minute. Last 30 seconds. Sige, bumak na ulit na lawan. Ayan. Go back to your seat now. Minus kami ka balik in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, first one to present is the pink group. Sige, lumit pa sa inyo. Present na. Go. So, sa inyo ko na, ang mag-grade sa pink group is ang yellow group. So, this is the rubric sa pink group. Balo ka. Okay, go. Quiet, listen. And okay, so, nalin mo na. Okay, yes. Then, okay, next, for the group of yellow. Okay, na yellow group, Pastor. Good job. Elijah na lang for, di ba? Sige, present your work. Balik.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good morning, yes. So we are from the yellow. So this one we make the animal cells. So even though we love resources, so nandito yung mga various colors para makuha ang aming violet, then aming orange. Kailangan din pink, kailangan din violet, and then use ng mga creative mind na lang para makaipon aming mga various colors para makuha ang animal cells. And that is our presentation and our model for the
Okay, thank you so much, Doc. Please take your seat. So, naka-take note ba sa ilang pag-grade sa ating mga grupo? Alright, so, wait lang, sir. Nag-rate ako, sorry. And then, please give the ratings to me. Are you done? Yes. Kaya tayo?
Yes, sir.
So now let's have a recap. Again, what is a cell? Yes, Angel.
Cells is the smallest part of organism.
Okay, so it is a basic level of biological organization. So it is the smallest, but it performs the most important functions in our life. The second one, what are the similarities and differences between plants and animal cells? Differences. Last man standing. Rachel. Did you hear your name correct?
Yes.
Please take your seat, everyone. Sige. So what are the similarities and differences between plants and animal cells? Quiet. Okay, so 8 varies in their sizes. So naiwan nga. So, nasdaq ko sa plant cells, pero gagmay sa animal cells. Number 1 nga, gagmay na siya sa plant cells, pero dagan sa animal cells. Okay, what about this group? Let's present name? Yes, Vivian. What's your name? Loren. Okay, Loren. So, according to Russian, so, nag-varies na siya sa size. Sama ba? Sa maling na. Yes? Diba, tulad ka mo, what are those? Yes. What are the similarities? Similarities lang ka, dahil lang kaparingan. What are the three basic parts of the cell? Anyone would like to help? Okay, we don't have much time, so we'll continue this one tomorrow this meeting. So, goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye and thank you, Sir Jose. Goodbye and thank you, Ma'am. Yes.
Ayaw, isa lang Sabi din ang snack, sir. Hour na lang.